Class 8, see the answers for the revision test from chapter 5 and chapter 6. First one was answer in 1 or 2 words. Okay. The process in which water changes to water vapor at 25 degrees Celsius. So see, water is changing to water vapor below the boiling point, below 100 degrees Celsius. So it is evaporation, right? Next one, which type of thermal expansion can take place in solids, liquids and gases? Which type? Cubical expansion. This is common for solids, liquids and gases. Next one, a 40-meter steel rod or a 100-meter steel rod. Which one will expand more when heated equally? 100 meter. Why? Let's see. See, the linear expansion of solids, it depends on original length of the solid, increase in temperature and nature of the solid. So, we are saying that 100-meter steel rod and 40-meter steel rod. That means nature of solid is same for both steel. They are heated equally. So, we have heated them by the same temperature. Now, which one will show more expansion? The one which has the more original length. Because longer rod of a metal expands more than a smaller rod of the same metal when heated for the same amount of time, right? So 100 meter will show more expansion. Okay. Now if radius of curvature is 20 centimeters, small r is 20, focal length how much? F is equal to r by 2, we know this. So 20 by 2, that is 10 centimeter. Focal length is always half of the radius of curvature. So 10 centimeter is the answer. Don't forget to mention the unit. If you only write 10, half mark will be deducted. Because unit is very important. Whenever you are writing 10, write centimeter also. Don't just write 10. It does not make any sense. 10 kg, 10 pounds, 10 foot or what. So you have to mention, whenever you are writing a physical quantity, we need the magnitude as well as unit. We have learned this, so don't just forget to give the unit. Okay. Which type of image is formed when the reflected rays actually meet after reflection? Real image. And when they appear to meet, virtual image. See this one. Which one is a reflecting surface? It's very easy. Light is falling here and getting reflected. So the inner surface is a reflecting surface. Outer one is polished. That means it's a concave mirror. C is the center of curvature. F is the focus or the focal point. You can write. P is the pole. What is the line joining center of curvature and pole called? Principal axis. AP is the principal axis. Next you have define dispersion of light and thermal expansion. So I have found many of you have written this correct. Fine. The phenomenon of splitting of white light into its constituent colors is called dispersion. Fine. Some of you have also written when we pass it through prism. That's perfectly correct. But don't forget to mention the word white. This is important. If you forget to mention this, marks will be deducted. The phenomena, you can write the phenomena of splitting of white light when we pass it through a prism into its constituent colors is called dispersion. Perfectly correct. You can also write the phenomena of splitting of white light into its constituent colors on passing it through prism due to the different refractive indices of the colors. See, the reason is mentioned here. So if you want to include the reason in the definition, you can do it, no problem at all. Next one is thermal expansion. Now notice, expansion produced in matter. Some of you have written in solids. No. Thermal expansion is possible for solids, liquids and gases. Linear expansion and the superficial expansion, those two expansions are for the solids. That means cubical expansion is only for fluids. Is the only one which is true for solids, liquids and fluids. The remaining, that is basically, if I ask you what is thermal expansion, it's not that it's the expansion in solids only. The expansion produced in the matter, solid, liquid or gas, due to the absorption of heat energy is called thermal expansion. If I ask you linear expansion, then you tell me that the increase in length of the solid. See, linear expansion, it is true for solids, or superficial expansion, true for solids. Cubical, it's true for solids, liquids and gases. But if I ask you thermal expansion is of three types, right? Linear, superficial, cubical. So that means thermal expansion is true for, it can be for liquids, it can be for gases, it can be for solids. So why are you mentioning solids? The expansion produced in matter due to the absorption of heat energy is called thermal expansion. You have the differentiate between evaporation and boiling. You have this in your book. I think you can write this on your own. At least mention 2 points for 2 marks. Okay. Next you had the differentiate between concave and convex mirror. I have given 3 differences. You had 2 marks. So if you have mentioned 2 points, correct. No problem. 2 marks, 2 points at least you have to write. Now what I want to say, it's better that the first point you mention what is a concave mirror. The important point is, it's the inside surface reflecting, outside surface polished. Convex, outside surface is reflecting and inside surface is polished. Concave is converging, convex is diverging. Now some of you have not, you have mentioned this as a point, no problem. I've given you 3 points. At least write 2 points for 2 marks. But when you are writing under concave mirror that it forms real image, if you write up to this, it's not completely true. It can form real as well as virtual image. So it's better if you mention it forms real image except when object is between P and F, or you can at least write it forms real and virtual image based on the position of the object. You can write this also. And convex forms virtual image always. Okay? So don't just write it forms real image, because at one case it forms virtual image also. So you can also write it forms real and virtual image depending on the position of the object, if you are writing this point. Or you can write it like I have written. This question was there. Give reason. Small gaps are left between successive railway tracks. This I've made you write in the class. Some of you have written in your own words. No problem at all. Just write the correct explanation that obviously in summer temperature is more, so they will try to expand. So some space is left for their expansion. Otherwise, if they are kept tightly close to each other, then what will happen? The railway tracks will try to bend outwards and it can cause the accidents. So if you have written in your own words, no problem, just mention the points. Then this was also there. Solids expand the least on heating. So mention here that solids have maximum intermolecular force of attraction, as a result of which molecules are very closely packed. So therefore obviously if you heat them, what will happen? Solids will be able to expand, but they will expand very less compared to liquids, even less compared to gases. Okay, so mention this maximum intermolecular force of attraction, as a result of which molecules are closely packed. So basically you're mentioning 2 points here, see, about the intermolecular force of attraction as well as the minimum intermolecular space. Closely packed means the intermolecular space is minimum. You have this question next. What is refraction of light, and state any 2 examples of atmospheric refraction of light. Now, what is refraction of light? That means you had to write this. You have made you write the definition. Now, if you only write the phenomenon of bending of light, it's not complete. The definition is not complete. So mention that when it travels from one transparent medium to another of different densities, or you can just add the word optical density also. Okay. So I want to say that mention this, that when it's traveling from one transparent medium to another of different densities or optical densities. Don't just write the phenomena of bending of light. Okay. So half mark I have deducted if you have not written the complete definition. So this is true for your exams also. And why, if I ask you the reason of refraction, then write all these things. Otherwise it's no need. Now this is not the example of atmospheric refraction of light. Some of you have written this part as an example of atmospheric refraction of light. But this is not the example. These are the examples. I've mentioned this in the book. Atmospheric refraction of light examples. Stars twinkle, then refraction of light causes mirages. And some of you have written refraction of light causes sunrise, sunset. No, it's advanced sunrise and delayed sunset. That means sun appears to us even before they are at the horizon. So that causes advanced sunrise, and they appear to us even after sun has set. So delayed sunset due to this atmospheric refraction. So write refraction of sunlight causes advanced sunrise and delayed sunset, not sunrise and sunset. And remaining 2 points are as it is. I think you have not committed any mistakes while writing these 2 points. So, but some of you have mixed up. You forgot that this part I have told you. These 3 examples are the examples of atmospheric refraction of light. What you have done, you have written this part, but this is the reason of refraction. Don't mix them up. And the last you had uses of concave mirrors. Don't get confused with convex mirrors. Convex mirrors uses and concave mirrors uses are different. One of you, I think, I don't know which, who has written that it's used in headlights of automobiles, searchlights, floodlights, and also you have mentioned street lights. No, street lights, convex mirror. Concave, headlights of automobiles, searchlights, floodlights, torches. And remaining uses, I have marked this in the book. So don't get confused with the uses of concave and convex mirrors.